Why is Daeron still in hiding? One of the most controversial topics on House of the Dragon has been the absence of Alicent Hightower's youngest son. For many House of the Dragon viewers, learning that Alicent has a youngest son came as a surprise. However, for readers of the books, Daeron's absence has been notable. But why hasn't Alicent's kindest and most important son been shown in House of the Dragon yet? What's hidden behind his story? In this video, we'll be discussing 5 reasons or theories why Daeron hasn't yet made an appearance in House of the Dragon. And for more videos from the universe of Game of Thrones, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Three-Eyed Raven. Before we start with this video, if you want to participate in our giveaway, in which we will be giving away a Funko Pop from House of the Dragon, you just have to comment which king or queen you will bend your knee for and why. The winner will be announced on August 16th. Number 5. Alicent Hightower's parenting. During the last episode of House of the Dragon, we saw how Alicent showed regret for empowering her children and how she questioned several times if her parenting method had been the right one. In one scene, we saw how Alicent talked about Daeron with her brother, Targaryen Hightower. We can hear how the knight mentions that Daeron is a kind and intelligent young man who has all those traits that his siblings are lacking. This led Alicent to question whether she was the reason her sons had turned out so badly. Perhaps an upbringing away from Alicent was what Aegon and Aemond needed. Now that the possibility of Alicent not being a good mother is on the table, there is the possibility that Otto thought the young man would have better opportunities in Oldtown if Alicent was thought to be a poor caregiver. This could explain why they kept the young man away for so long. Of course, this leaves us with other questions, because we do not believe that this is such an important reason to keep Daeron away from King's Landing for so long. Number 4. Daeron is the last hope of the Hightower. This is perhaps one of the most important reasons, as noble families used to disperse throughout the Seven Kingdoms to avoid events like what happened in Summerhall. As the story goes, in a Targaryen holiday home, a ritual was performed to try to bring the dragons back to life, and an accident occurred in the middle of this ritual. What is known for sure is that most of the Targaryens that existed at that time were there. This event is known as the Tragedy of Summerhall. In the event of accidents of this type, it is advisable that the whole family should not be in the same place at the same time. If an accident or war breaks out, Daeron could become the last of his lineage, which is crucial to preserving his own family. Number 3. Protection of Oldtown. Being that Aegon, Aemond, and Helena grew up in King's Landing, they did not develop strong emotional ties to their family in Oldtown. Sending Daeron from a young age with a dragon to learn from the maesters at the Citadel is a way to ensure that Daeron develops a deep loyalty to the Hightower and a love for his maternal family. This approach also strengthens the connection between the Hightower and the Targaryens, ensuring the support of one of the most powerful houses in the Seven Kingdoms in the event of a conflict. Daeron's loyalty to the Hightower, fostered from an early age, could prove crucial in times of political tension and war. Moreover, Otto Hightower, ever cunning and far-sighted, probably wanted Daeron's dragon to grow up in Oldtown as well. Having a dragon in the city is the equivalent of possessing the best defense armament imaginable. A dragon would not only serve as a powerful protector of the city, but also as a symbol of power and deterrence against potential attackers. The presence of a dragon in Oldtown would ensure that the city would not only be protected physically but also strategically, as very few would dare to challenge a city under the protection of a dragon. So we cannot rule out that the reason Daeron is in this city is to protect it, as this place is the most important place for his family. Number 2. The plot against Rhaenyra. One of the most obvious reasons Daeron did not grow up in King's Landing is because Otto Hightower, aware of the inevitable political tensions and conflicts, knew that he would eventually have to stage a coup. This coup would put his entire family at risk. If the plot against Rhaenyra failed, the consequences would be dire for the Hightowers and Alicent's supporters. In such a situation, all of them could lose their lives. Otto, foreseeing this possibility, would have implemented a protocol to protect Daeron, ensuring that he had a safe haven in Oldtown. In the event of a plot failure, Daeron could be protected by the Citadel's maesters and hidden in secret locations that Rhaenyra or Daemon could never reach. The Citadel network, with its many well-kept secrets, provides multiple safe hiding places. In addition, the knowledge and wisdom of the maesters could be used to keep Daeron out of the reach of his enemies and to educate him in a safe and controlled environment. Old Town, being a city of great importance and power, offers not only physical protection but also a network of allies and resources that could be crucial in times of crisis. The Hightowers, with their influence in the region, could mobilize support quickly and hide Daeron if necessary. Number 1. Daeron has dark hair. This is perhaps the most disturbing reason, and it's a theory we've mentioned before on this channel. During the first season, we saw Alicent complain to Rhaenyra about her children's hair color, something that Alicent claimed showed the lack of legitimacy of Rhaenyra's children. However, if Daeron was indeed born with Alicent's hair color, this could be seen as hypocritical by the Queen, who would try to hide him from the sight of her enemies. We have previously theorized that Daeron might even be the son of Ser Criston Cole, and for this reason might have black hair. However, he would not have to be an illegitimate child to inherit his mother's hair color. If this were to happen, it would lead Alicent to despise him or keep him away from the sight of the court. If this is the case, it would be Alicent herself who came up with the idea of Daeron growing up away so that they would not speak negatively of her. This would leave her as a two-faced person, since after criticizing Rhaenyra so much, she would end up going through the same thing. These 5 possibilities could explain the reason why Daeron has not yet appeared on screen, and possibly we won't see him until the beginning of the 3rd season. But tell me, what do you think about all this? Why do you think Daeron hasn't made an appearance yet? What's the mystery behind it? Will we see him before this season is over? If you like this content, I invite you to become a member of this channel. Each contributor will see their name at the end of all videos. And for more videos with theories, news, and stories from the Game of Thrones universe, don't forget to subscribe.